everyone! Welcome to my channel, Tutorial by Sir Raymond. My name is Mr. Jem Raymond Chen, Master Teacher 2 from Escalante Central Elementary School, Schools Division of Escalante City, DepEd Region 6, Western Visayas. Click like and share if this video tutorial helps you. Don't forget to click subscribe below to keep updated for my future tutorial. For your suggestions, especially on the topic for my next tutorial, please leave your comment below. Hope you learned something in my video lessons for this week. Thank you so much for watching. Stay home and stay safe.
Go forth, rise and shine to us all. Escalante Central Elementary School. You've entrusted us your vision. Building your dreams would be our mission.
Good day everyone! How are you today? It's almost a month now since we started the year 2021 and we are now on our week 4 in our Science 6 Quarter 2 for the school year 2020-2021. Dali ara gyud sa panahon kas no? Katunga na ta sa atuang lesson for the second grading period. Are you excited to learn our lesson for this week? For this week class, we will answer first your assessment in Module 3. And after that, we will have our first summative test. And after our summative test, we will discuss your Module 4 about the animals characteristic of the vertebrate. Okay, please get now your notebook. We will check now your assessment in your Module 3. This could be found on page 14. Are you ready? Let us now answer your assessment last week. Number 1. How does musculoskeletal system works with integumentary system? A. Musculoskeletal system gives support to the body and helps it to move, while integumentary system gives protection to the musculoskeletal by providing a protective covering. Letter B. Musculoskeletal system gives oxygen to the integumentary system, while integumentary system provides food to the musculoskeletal system. C. Musculoskeletal system pumps blood to the integumentary system, while integumentary system gives support to the musculoskeletal system. Letter D. Musculoskeletal system excretes sweat, thus providing pathway to the integumentary system in absorbing oxygen. What is the correct answer for number 1? The correct answer is letter A. The musculoskeletal system gives support to the body and helps it to move, while the integumentary system gives protection to the musculoskeletal by providing a protective covering. Number 2. How does respiratory system work with circulatory system? A. Respiratory system provides nutrients to the circulatory system. The circulatory system provides oxygen to the respiratory system. B. Respiratory system serves as pathway of blood carrying nutrients to the circulatory system. The circulatory system pumps blood to the respiratory system. C. Respiratory system provides oxygen to the circulatory system. The circulatory system carries blood with the nutrients needed by respiratory system. D. Respiratory system carries carbon dioxide to the circulatory system. The circulatory system provides oxygen needed by respiratory system. What's your answer for number 2? The correct answer is letter C. It's the respiratory system provides oxygen to the circulatory system, and your circulatory system provides or carries the blood to the nutrients needed by our respiratory system. Number 3. Analyze how nervous system does work with musculoskeletal system. Letter A. The action done by the musculoskeletal system analyzed by the brain, and then after that, the nervous system receives and interprets message from the stimuli. And after that, interpreted message carried to the muscles of affected body parts, and the musculoskeletal system does action on affected body parts? Letter B, the blood delivered to the brain. And after that, the nervous system interprets message from the stimuli. Interpreted message was carried to the heart, and then the heart pumps blood and does action on affected body parts. Letter C, the lungs bring back the action to the brain, and then nervous system receives and interprets message from the stimuli. Next, the respiratory system receives the interpreted message, and then the lungs do the action by carrying oxygen to the brain. What do you think is the correct answer? No? How does nervous system connects with the musculoskeletal system? It's letter A. The action done by the musculoskeletal system will be analyzed by the brain. So brain is part of your nervous system. Then the nervous system will interpret the message sent by your musculoskeletal system, no, from the stimuli. And then after that, the interpreted message will be carried by the muscles, the affected body parts, and then the musculoskeletal system will do the action given by the brain. Number 4. How does digestive system work with circulatory system? A. Digestive system provides oxygen to the circulatory system, and circulatory system provides nutrients to the digestive system. Letter B. Digestive system provides support to the circulatory system, and circulatory system pumps blood to the digestive system. Letter C. Digestive system digests food into simpler form, which will be needed by the circulatory system, and the circulatory system distributes nutrients to the body parts. Letter D. Digestive system excretes waste product produced by the circulatory system, and the circulatory system interprets message coming from the digestive system. What do you think is the correct answer for number 4? It's letter C. The digestive system digests food into simpler form, which will be needed by your circulatory system, and your circulatory system will distribute the nutrients to your body parts. Number 5. Which of the following is the work of circulatory system? A. Gives support to the body. B. Interprets all messages. C. Responsible for the exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide. Letter D. Carries nutrients to the cells and carries away the waste product of the cells. What is the work of circulatory system? It's letter D. Carries nutrients to the cell, and at the same time, it carries also waste from the cell. For number 6 to 10, we will choose the answer inside the box. Number 6. Nervous system does work with the integumentary system by controlling blood. Blank and blank. What do you think is the answer? Flow, correct. Blood flow and sweat glands. It also works with digestive system by controlling. What do you think? Number 7. We have 2 answers for number 7. We have eating behavior and stomach contraction. The respiratory system works with the nervous system by supplying. Number 8. Correct. Oxygen to the brain, while nervous system monitors. Number 9. Respiratory process. Major organs of the body work together to keep our body. Number 10. It's alive. So again, we will read all together. Ready? Nervous system does work with the integumentary system by controlling blood flow and sweat glands. It also works with digestive system by controlling eating behavior and stomach contraction. The respiratory system works with the nervous system by supplying oxygen to the brain, while the nervous system monitors respiratory process. Major organs of the body work together to keep our body alive. Count now your score. What is your score? Congratulations, because I know you have a very good score on your assessment last week. This time, we will have our first summative test this quarter. So the coverage of our summative test would be your Module 1, Module 2, and your Module 3. Please get your 1/2 sheet of paper and of course your ball pen. And then write first summative test in Science 6 on the top of your paper. Do it now. Are you done? Okay, please get ready. Our summative test comprises of two parts. The first part would be multiple choice. That would be our summative test. And the second part would be your performance task. I will explain later now what will you do in your performance task now after you are done with the first part of your summative test. Okay, get ready. I will give you 20 minutes to answer the first part of your summative test. Ready? Okay, direction. Read each item carefully. Write the letter of your answer in your answer sheet. So again, letter lang ang isulat sa inyong papel. Is that understood? Your time starts now. it now. Let us now discuss your Module 4 about animals, specifically the characteristics of the vertebrates. But before we proceed, let us answer first the what I know part of your module. Directions. Match the characteristics of vertebrates in column A with their classifications in column B. This could be found on page 1 of your module. Now let's have number 1. They have mammary gland to feed their young. What's the answer? Is it bird, amphibians, mammals, fish, or reptiles? The correct answer is mammals. Next, number 2. They have moist skin and can live on land and in water. Is it bird, amphibian, mammals, fish, or reptile? The correct answer is amphibians. Correct. Next, number 3. They have dry, scaly skin. Correct. It's reptiles. Next, number 4. They have beak and wings used in flying. Correct. Birds. Number 5. They have gills and fins and they live in water. Correct. Fish. Very good. Let's have part 2. Directions. Identify the classification of animals by writing mammals, amphibians, fish, birds, or reptiles in the blanks provided. Number 6, what's that? Rabbit is? Correct, mammal. Bird, obviously, birds. 8, crocodile. Crocodile is a reptile. Number 9, frog. Frog is amphibian. Next, obviously, it's fish. And so at least you now have the idea what are mammals, amphibians, fish, birds, or reptiles. Later on, we will discuss all of this. Now, animals can be found anywhere in our environment. In the sea, as you see here on the screen. We have also animals that can be found in the grassland. We have also animals that can be found in the forests. Animals that can be found in the pond or sa mga lamawan. And even at home, may mga animals punta sa atoang mga balay, right? These animals in the different ecosystem are classified into 2. We have the vertebrates and the invertebrates animals. Pwede na to ni magrupo ato ang mga animals nga makita sa palibot sa invertebrate o sa vertebrate. The vertebrates are animals with backbone and have the carrying or we have a varying body parts. Now, we have different body parts used in walking, we use in swimming, we have body parts for flying, for climbing, and for hopping. And these animals also eat grass. Some of these animals eat meat, insects, and seeds as food. Now, would you like to know more about vertebrate animals? Do you want to explore the world of vertebrate animals? Okay, today we will determine the distinguishing characteristics of vertebrate animals. But before we proceed, let us answer first the what's in part of the rule, and this could be found on page 3. All you have to do is to say your answer. Do not write your answer anymore. Number 1. Which of the following animals can be found in the locality? Diin dira sa mga animals ang makita nimo sa palibot. A. May bear dira sa imong gawas sa balay. May elephant dira sa kalsada. Letter C. May frog dira sa palibot sa inyong balay. Or letter D. May tiger ba pagawas dira sa inyong balay? Yes, the correct answer is frog. Frog is commonly found in our locality. kining mga elephant, bear, o kining kanang tiger, wala man ni sa atong palibot, na sila sa mga forest, na sila sa mga zoo. Pero in our locality, commonly found ang mga frog. Number 2, animals are classified as vertebrates and invertebrates. Vertebrates animals are with backbone, and invertebrates animals are animals without backbone. Directions. Identify the following animals whether vertebrates and invertebrates. So, ato lang isulti kung vertebrate or invertebrate. Na letter A, butterfly. Is butterfly vertebrate or invertebrate? The correct answer is invertebrate. Butterflies have no backbones. Letter B, carabao. Carabao? Of course, vertebrate. Carabaos with backbone. Letter C, chicken. Chicken has backbone also. It's vertebrate. D, snail. Snails have invertebrates. Letter E, praying mantis. Praying mantis is an insect and it classified as invertebrate. Praying mantis has no backbone. To what group of animals does the illustration belong? Ay identify usa kung unsa nga animals ang nakita sa imong sa screen. That's jellyfish. Jellyfish is invertebrate. Jellyfish has no backbone. Number 4. Which is the distinguishing characteristics of invertebrate animals or invertebrates? Correct. They have no backbone. This time, let's have the what's new part of the module. So we will have a poem. We will read a poem and then we will answer questions after. This could be found on page 5 of your module. The poem is entitled Vertebrates. This is written by Jody C. Villanueva. Have you ever seen animals that swim? They have gills, fins, and scales, spotted in the sea, oceans, and rivers. These are fish like tilapia, swordfish, and milkfish. Have you ever seen animals that crawl? They have dry scaly skin just like snakes, lizards, and turtles. Some have 4 legs, others have none. These are reptiles hatched from eggs. Have you ever seen 4-legged animals that hop and jump? They have fur. Some have hairs, others have skin. They give birth, feed their young with their mammary glands. They are mammals like dogs, cats, and goats. Have you ever seen animals that fly? They have wings, beak, and claws, living in trees and forests, building their nests in trunks. They are birds like parrots, owls, and doves. Have you ever seen animals that croak? They have smooth, scaly skin, living on the land and in water. They love to hop and eat insects at night. These are amphibians, just like salamanders, toads, and frogs. Now, let us complete the missing letters to form the correct answer. And the answer for this can be found in the poem that we read earlier. Number 1. What is common among animals that swim? Correct, it's gills. Number 2. What characteristics is common among reptiles? It's crawl, no? Gakamang. Ang mga reptiles, gakamang. Number 3. What is common among parrots, owls, and doves? Correct, naipakpak or wings. What is common among mammals like dogs, cats, and goats? Of course, they have fur o balahibo. Number 5. What is common among amphibians? Correct, amphibians have smooth, scaly skin. Very good. Animals found in the locality are classified into 2. Again, they are vertebrates and invertebrates. But how do we distinguish each from the other? Vertebrates animals are animals with backbones, as you see here on the screen. The backbones of the animals give shape and support of the body. Usually, these backbones are bones, predominant feature in the body of the vertebrate animals that serve as the protection of the internal organ. The presence of the bone of the animals help the body in walking, jumping, crawling, and in swimming. So these are the internal skeleton in some of our vertebrate animals. So these are the backbones of the fish, the backbone of the mammal, the backbone of the bird, the backbone of the amphibian, and the backbone of the reptiles. So these are the backbones of your vertebrate animals. Animals can be oviparous or viviparous. What's the difference between oviparous and viviparous animals? Viviparous animals are animals that are born alive by their parents, such as dogs, carabaos, cats, no? As you see here on the screen. Even humans, we are born alive by our parents. Pagawas nato sa atuang mga parents, tawo na ta dayon. Just like the whale here in the screen. Pagawas niya sa iyang parent, whale na siya dayon. Also the cow. Pagawas sa cow, cow na dayon, no? So that is viviparous animals. We are born alive by our parents. So these are examples of viviparous animals. We have the dog, the cat, the cow, the donkey, the monkey, and giraffe. So these are viviparous animals. So how about the oviparous animals? Oviparous animals are those that are hatched from egg. Pagawas nila sa ilang parents, itlog usa sila. So like the chicken, the dogs, and the snake, and even the crocodile. So these are oviparous animals. No, they are hatched from the eggs. Let's start with mammal. What are the characteristics of mammals? Mammals are warm-blooded animals. Talking about warm-blooded animals, warm-blooded refers to the animals that have maintaining body temperature, just like humans. Natay gina-maintain nga body temperature. Our body cannot adjust with the temperature in the surrounding. Now, when we are in the cold place, nata sa tugnaw nga lugar, our body cannot adjust. That's why we feel cold. No? Ginatugnaw ta kung nata sa tugnaw nga panahon. Just like this time, kaamihan season, makabatsag kag bugnaw. Ang ubang animals dili, no? They are cold-blooded. But kita, mga warm-blooded animals ta. Just like the dogs and other mammals. And mammals are viviparous. Most of the mammals are viviparous, meaning we are born alive from our parents. We have also fur o balahibo. Natay mga buhok. Most of the mammals have fur or hair as body covering. This fur is used for protection also. And we have mammary gland to feed our young. So ato ang mga mammals have mammary gland o tutoy kung naa sila'y milk na ma-produce. Mammals produce milk to feed or to nourish the young. So kung naa kay mammary gland, naa kay fur, naa kay hair, you are born alive and you are warm-blooded animals, then you are classified as mammal. May mga mammals ba nga galay og egg or gapangitlog? Yes, naa class. And we call them as monotremes. Monotremes are egg-laying mammals. Nganong gitawag man siya og mammals? Nganong gi-classify man siya as mammal? Because monotremes can produce milk also to their youngs. No? They have fur or they have hair also, and they are warm-blooded animals. That's why they are considered as mammal, though they are hatched from eggs. Okay, these are the monotremes. So we have the anteater. Okay, we have also the platypus. No, platypus lay egg also. Most of the mammals are placental mammals. Now we are in the placenta while we are in the womb of our parents. What happens in the placenta? Or what is the placenta for? The placenta serves or the placenta facilitates the exchange of nutrients between the parents and the youngs, or between the parents and the fetus. Here is the placenta of the elephant and the dolphin. So the elephant and the dolphin are also considered as placental mammals. Also humans, no? Humans are placental mammals. Baby pa ka class, mao ni imong itsura. Here's the placenta and the fetus. Here are some of the examples of the mammals: the pig, the goat, the sheep, the giraffe, the elephant, buffalo, the cow. And all other animals. Dolphins. Yes, dolphins are also mammals. So, placental mammals po sila, no? Or viviparous. Yes, sir. Galangoy lagi na sila. Dolphins cannot breathe in water. Naalagay na sila sa tubig, sir. Anong dili man sila kaginhawa sa tubig? Because they breathe through their lungs. May lungs na sila, class, nga para sa atua nga napod sila ilong, nga kung diin makuha po sila oxygen nyo. Paano man siya makaginhawa sa ilawom sa tubig? Mamatsagan ni mo, class, gaambak sila. No? Sa babaw, nasa sa babaw sa tubig, no? Wala sila permanente sa ubos. Kay they cannot breathe in or they cannot breathe under the water. So ginahimo nila mukuha sila oxygen mo nang muambak sila. Wala na sila nagpasikat kung muambak ng mga dolphin. Buti pa sabot kung mangambak na sila, they will get oxygen sa babaw sa dagat. Kay wala man na sila'y hasang, wala man na sila'y gills, lungs na naan nila. Sa kung diin, parehas po sa ato ang dili kaginhawa sa tubig. So, di ba ang tao, basta mo langoy, muhangga paghangin, mutigom, una yun, mo dive dayon. Yan, maupo na ginahimo sa mga dolphin. No? Ang dolphin, mukuha usang oxygen, maunang mo, ambak na sila. Same man good ang mga karakteristik sa mammal sa dolphin. They are viviparous. Nausa na. Of course, dolphins feed their young with milk. Dolphins have mammary gland. Yan. So, mauni siya mo manganak ang dolphin class, no? Kitan ka nang may ikog, oh. Also, the whales. No? Whales are considered as mammals. And also, bat. Bats are mammals. Biska naad sila yung mga pakpak, pero dili na sila bird class, kundi mammals na sila. Naapo na sila yung mammary gland. Makaproduce po na sila milk sa ilahang mga babies. Okay? And of course, they have fur also. And bats are warm-blooded animals. Na po na sila gina-maintain nga body temperature. And we have also marsupial mammals. So, may itawag ng marsupial mammal. Just like kangaroo. Ang mga kangaroo are marsupial mammals. Kung sa kung diin, naa sila'y pouch sa ilahang part, sa ilang murag, naa sila'y bulsa sa ilahang part, sa ilahang body. Sa kung diin, dira nila ginabutang ang ilahang babies. Na po na dira ilahang mammary gland class. Dira po na gafed ang ilahang mga babies sa ilahang pouch. Okay? And we have also what's that? That's koala. Koala are marsupial mammals also. Marsupial mammals carry their youngs or their babies in the pouch. Their mammary gland can be found in the pouch. Now, let's proceed to the fish. So, what are the characteristics of the fish? So, fish are cold-blooded animals covered with scales. So, cold-blooded na po niya ang fish class. So, saan na po niya ginatawag na cold-blooded? Cold-blooded animals can adjust to the temperature in the surroundings. So, wala sila gina-maintain na body temperature. So, kung unsa ang temperature sa environment, maupod ang ilang body temperature. So, dili sila tugnawon, just like the fish. Mabugnaw, mainit man ang tubig, dili ra sila panugnawon, dili ra sila mainitan. It's because they are cold-blooded animals. Their body can adjust to the temperature of the surroundings. So the fish have tails and fins that help them swim. So naadra ang fins, no? Ug naadra ang tail. Kanang tail gani kanang iyahang ikog. So mauna ilang ginagamit pati ang fins, no? You see here the different parts of the fins of the fish. So they help in swimming. And we have the fish are animals that hatch from the egg. Muna yung egg sa mga isda. Okay? So, they are oviparous animals. And also, they breathe through their gills. Sa hasang sila ginhawa. Ang mga dolphins class, ang mga whales, wala ni hasang. So, darang hasang, no? Makita mo sa sika ng pulang apart. So, walay hasang ang mga dolphin. That's why, dili sila tayuyon o ginhawa sa ilawom sa tubig. Daing sa mga fish na ay gills. Sa gills man, ginhawa ang mga fish. That's why, dili okay ra di mo ambak-ambak ang mga fish na kaginhawa ra sila sa ilalong dagat because of the gills. Now, the fish has also group. May mga grupo po niyang mga fish class. Okay, let's have the first group sa fish. Okay, ang first group sa fish are agnatha. What are agnatha? They are jawless fish. No? Walay mga jaw. They have sharp teeth. And they feed on other fish. Ginakaon nila ang mga uban nga fish. So what are examples of fish under agnatha? We have the lampreys. No, mga sharp teeth, no, wala sila yung mga jaw. Muni sila, pero these are fish under agnatha. No? We have hagfish. Okay? Muni mga hagfish. Let's have the second group of fish. We have the class chondrichthyes. So, mauna po niyang mga class sa sharks. Class chondrichthyes. Skeleton made up of cartilage. No? Ang ilang mga skeleton, ang ilang mga bukog class made up of cartilage. And mostly found in warm and tropical seas. Dito na sila makita sa mga init nga mga klase sa mga dagat. And they live in open seas. This group of fish are considered as the ultimate hunter, no? Just like the shark. And we have also the ray. Okay? We have the skate. Okay, this is the difference between the ray and the skate, no? That could be found in the tail rat. No spike ang skate, tail spike ang ray. But then, they live at the bottom of the sea, sa pinakailalom sa dagat. And aggressive as sharks. Kung usa ka isugon si shark, maupod din si skate o ang ray. Let's have the next group of the fish called osteichthyes. Osteichthyes are also known as bony fish. They are large number of fish, no? Halos tanan nga mga fish makita sa dagat o sa sapa are osteichthyes, no? So gills are covered. Dili nimo makita ang ilahang gills kundi nataguan ang ilahang mga hasang. So what are the examples of osteichthyes? What's that? Correct, that's milkfish or bangros. And also tilapia. Let's proceed to the third classification of vertebrate animals, which are the birds. What are the characteristics of birds? Birds are warm-blooded animals hatched from egg or oviparous. So again, birds are warm-blooded, so their body cannot adjust with the temperature in the environment. So birds have maintaining body temperature. They have pair of limbs that they use for hopping. No? Nasa yung mga duha ka legs or limbs nga ginagamit sa pagtumbo. And they have pair of wings in flying. But there are also birds that have wings but cannot fly, just like the ostrich. Have you seen one? Nakita na ba kang ostrich? No? Dala sa kauswagan sa sagay na nagdalay ostrich, no? Dagko kay nga birds, no? They are the largest birds, but then they cannot fly because of their body. Dako ra jud kay lang lawas kaysa sa ilahang tako. So that's why dili sila makalupad. But they are birds. And also, birds have beaks, no? The beaks or bills ang ilang sungo, no? They use this for eating or food getting, and as well as they use this as their protection against their enemies. So ginagamit nila ilang tuka o ilahang sungo to get food and to protect themselves. So these are the basic characteristics of the birds. Duck is an example of bird. Of course, chicken is a bird. And of course, what's this? An ostrich, no, is also a bird. Ostrich cannot fly. A penguin is a bird. So ang penguin, mabuhi ra ni siya sa mga cold nga lugar. Dili ni siya mabuhi sa mga init nga lugar kay its body cannot adjust to the temperature of the surroundings. So dapat sa cold ra gid siya nga lugar. And of course, we have kiwi. Kiwi is an example also of a bird. Next, let's proceed to amphibians. What are the characteristics of amphibians? Amphibians are cold-blooded animals hatched from the egg. Now, since amphibians are cold-blooded animals, their bodies can adjust to the temperature of the environment. Kung bugnaw, mo-adjust ra pod ang ilang body. Dili ra pod sila tugnawon, no? Kung init pod, mo-adjust ra pod ang ilang lawas sa temperatura sa environment. They spend part of their lives in water and part on the land. Amphibians, manggod class, usually they lay eggs on the water. Okay? Once mo hatch na ang egg nila, dili pa man na sila mahimog frog dayon, kundi matadpol pa na sila. Napa na sila tail, napa na sila gills. Pero kining mga tails o ang gills nila class, eventually mga wala ni sila kung magdagko na, no? Kita baka nga na ay tail ang frog, no? So wala na. And then mawala po na ang ilang gills. So wala na sila kakayahan. Dili na po na sila kaginhawa sa tubig, no? Because they breathe through their lungs. Okay? So kinahanglan ang ilang lawas should stay wet because in a way dira na sila kakuha pod oxygen sa mga tubig na naa sa ilahang lawas. So their skin are moist, no, and scaleless. So examples of amphibians are salamander, the newt, the toad, and the Sicilian. So these are examples, or these are the basic or the common characteristics of amphibians. No? They lay eggs on water, they live part of their lives in the water, and part of their lives in the land. They can live in the water and they can live in land also. So these are types of amphibians. So again, the frog, the toad. By the way, class, ang kanang toad class, mauna siya nga to ang commonly makita sa ato ang palibot, no? Kanang frog class, nang ginahino nga baki, frog dai no. Kanang frog class, mauna siya nga tawag nato nga tambaw. Ilap na sila kayo, dili na sila kaayo makitaan kay once nga naay tawo, kusog na sila kay mga ambak. Unlike ani mga toad nga dali ra nimo dakpon, di ba? Kay hinay kay nilihukan. Hinay ra po kay inambakan. So ang tawag na to na nila toad na, no, kanang baki nga mga dagko nga makita to sa palibot. Pero kanang frog jud class, mo na itsura sa frog, dili na nimo ba dali og dakop dadlog kaayo kusog na kay mga mambak, no? And then we have the Sicilian, and we have the newt, and we have the salamander. Danlog niyang ilahang mga skin, no? So this is, again, what's that? That's frog. Mo siya itsura sa frog class. And this is toad. Mo ni siyang toad. Mo ni dali ra kaninyo madakpan, no? And we have here the salamander. And we have the newt. So mo ni sila ang mga samples sa amphibians. And also we have this one. Unsa ni gani? The Sicilian. And now let's discover reptiles. So what are the characteristics of reptiles? Reptiles are cold-blooded vertebrates hatched from the eggs. Just like amphibians, reptiles are cold-blooded vertebrates wherein their bodies can adjust to the temperature in the environment, and they are also hatched from the eggs. But then, unlike amphibians, no, nga ang amphibians kinahanglan sa tubig jud sila mulay og eggs. But then, the reptiles can lay eggs even in the land. No? Pwede ra sa yuta sila mag-hatch sa egg. They have dry, scaly skin. No, dry, unlike sa mga amphibians na moist skin sila, danlugon, no? Pero ang mga reptiles, they have dry skin and scaly skin, no? Na yung mga himbis-himbis. And then they have, or some of them have shells, just like the turtles. Some examples of the reptiles are turtles, chameleon, snake, lizard, and gecko. Gecko gani toko, no? Ang mga tiki o ang mga toko are under reptiles. So these are again examples of reptiles: the turtle, the snake, the tortoise, the chameleon, the gecko, the crocodile, the alligator, no? So again, this is the snake, huh? So by the way, no, reptiles can also live both in land and water. Okay? We have the lizard. We have, of course, the turtle. And we have the tortoise, no? And we have the crocodile. Lain ang sungo sa crocodile kasi no, kay medyo gamay. Pero ang alligator taas, no? Medyo taas ang sungo sa alligator. Here is the skink, no? Kanang tabili. And we have the gecko or toko. Okay, that's all about the different classifications of the vertebrate animals. Let's see if you could still remember all the things that we discussed earlier. Let's answer the what's more part of your module. And this could be found on page 8. Okay, directions. Classify the following vertebrates in their proper column. We have bangus, maya, frog, lizard, cat, galunggong, snake, swamp frog, bat, gecko, toko, stingray, crocodile, tilapia, toad, and carabao. We will place them in the proper column of our table. No need to write your answer, but all you have to do is to say it orally. Let's start to fill in the mammals column. We have, yes, very good, the bat. Some more. Correct, we have the cat. And we have, very good, the carabao. Let's proceed to the amphibians. Correct, it's swamp frog. Some more. Toad and the frog. Next, reptiles. Correct, lizard. Some more. Snake. Some more. Correct, crocodile. And, isa na lang. Good, the gecko or toko. Let's proceed to the bird. May bird na wala. Yes, naa. Isa lang, no? Maya. Maya is a bird. Some more. Wala na? Let's proceed to the fishes. Correct, bangus or the milkfish. Some more. Tilapia. Next. Stingray. And, of course, galunggong. And so these are the different classifications of vertebrate animals and its example. Now let's proceed to what I have learned part now in your module. This could be found on page 9 of module 4. So we will supply the missing word in our paragraph. I learned that vertebrates are classified as what are in any order, no? As correct, mammals, some more. Reptiles, some more. Amphibians, birds, and the last is fishes. Okay, next, the blank are animals that are born alive and have hair or fur as their body covering. What's that? Correct, it's mammals. Next, the blank are animals that have scales, fins, and gills and live in water. Yes, correct, it's fishes. Next, while blank are animals that have dry, scaly skin and hatch from egg. Correct, it's reptiles. The blank are animals that have moist skin and live both on land and in water. And correct, that's amphibian. Next, and blank are animals with beak or bills and have wings. Of course, it's birds. Again, let us all read together the what I have learned part of the module. Go! I learned that vertebrates are classified as mammals, reptiles, amphibians, birds, and fishes. The mammals are animals that are born alive and have hair or fur as their body covering. The fishes are animals that have scales, fins, and gills that live in water, while reptiles are animals that have dry, scaly skin and hatch from egg. The amphibians are animals that have moist skin and can live both on land and in water. And birds are animals with beak or bills and have wings. Good job, everyone! Time, let's have the what I can do part. This could be found again on page 5 of module 4. Frogs are useful animals that eat insects that are harmful to humans and other animals. people living in rural area exploit them by consuming them as food. No? Since frog population is already diminishing in number, in what way can you be of help to remind the people of the importance of frog? No, uban ginahimo ng pagkaon ng frog. Where in fact, no, frogs are helpful to us because they eat insects, no? So wala na mukaon ng insects kung pabatso na to or pangimuon ng pagkaon ng frog. How can you help remind people, no, that frogs are important? In your own little way, how could you inform them? Yes, you can make a poster, no, showing the importance of frog in the ecosystem. You can post it online, no? You can create a vlog, pwede pod. You can create a vlog, no, to stop making frog as food, no, because frogs are important also in the ecosystem. Okay, pwede poster, again, pwede poster, obra kang poster, pwede ka mo post sa Facebook, pwede ka mo post sa YouTube, or pwede ka mo create a vlog and post it in YouTube, no? Para aware ang tanan nga importante ang frog. Next, mammals such as dogs and cats are cared as pet. They are furry animals that are usually have parasitic ticks and fleas in their bodies. Na yung mga kuto ang inyong mga pet na dogs and cats. These parasites harm their host and often cause health problems to animals. Makadaot ni sa ilaha class, no, because parasites, no, just like the ticks and the fleas, are feeding on the animals, no, on the dogs, in your dogs and in your cat. So now, how will you get rid of these pests that threaten your pet? Basig magmasakit ang inyong pet kung di naman ko, so saan man na ninyo? Yes, give your pet a bath every day. Kaliguon ninyo kay para mawala na ang mga parasites, na mawala ang mga kuto. So paliguan mo every day, and you have to keep your pets clean all the time. That's one way to get rid of this parasitic ticks and fleas on your pets. Now class, if you do this, no, what are you showing? What value are you showing, no? Kung ginapaliguan nimo, ginaalagaan nimo ang mga pets nimo, no? If you give your pet a bath every day and you make a slogan on how to give importance of the frog, what value are you showing? Correct, you are showing care for animals. That's very good attitude, no? We have to take good care also to the animals because animals are part of our ecosystem and they are all equally important to our environment. Good job! Let's see if you really have learned our lesson for this week. Please get 1/4 sheet of paper. Okay, don't forget to write week 4 assessment, Science 6. This could be found on page 10 of your module. Again, please get 1/4 sheet of paper. Kiniraw yung 1/4 class ha, ang imong ipasa sa tanan tong activities earlier. Ang katong summative test na to ganina og kining 1/4 ro nimo mao ra ning ipasa nimo sa Friday. Understood? Okay, you need to write mammals, reptiles, amphibians, fish, or bird, no? In the blank. Okay? Do it now. Okay, let's have number 1. What's that? Okay? No need to draw. Okay? Dili na kinahanglan pa i-drawing. You need to identify what classification of vertebrate animal is shown in your screen. Next, let's have number 2. Got 1. What kind of vertebrate animal is that? Is it mammal? Is it reptile? Is it amphibian? Is it bird or is it fish? No need to draw. Just identify the classification of these vertebrate animals. Next, number 3. This one. What's that? Is it bird? Is it reptile, amphibian? Is it mammal or is it fish? Next, number 4. What's that? Is it mammal? Is it bird? Is it fish? Is it amphibian? Or is it reptile? Next. Are you done? Number 5. What's that? What kind of vertebrate animal is that? Is it mammal? Is it bird? Is it reptile, amphibian, or fish? No need to draw, okay? Identify only the classification of this vertebrate animal. Number 6. Write the letter only. All given set of animals are classified in one vertebrate group, which is not. So, diin dira ang dili classification or dili usa ang iyang classification. Number 1, gecko, snake, crocodile, iguana. 2, dolphin, cat, horse, sheep. 3, ostrich, bat, penguin, duck. 4, toad, newt, salamander, frog. O diin dira ang wala or diin dira ang nagsagol-sagol ang ilahang classification. Is it letter A1? Is it letter B2? Is it letter C3? Or letter D4? Characteristics that differ from other vertebrates. Which of the following features does not describe a mammal ang wala na describe sa mammal? A. Mammals have mammary gland. B. Mammals have scales and feathers. C. Mammals have fur or hair. Or letter D. Mammals are warm-blooded animals. Di nila dira ang wala na describe sa mammal. Go! Write the letter only. Are you done? Okay. Number 8. Which describes amphibians? A. Amphibians have no backbones. B. Amphibians can live both on land and in water. C. Amphibians can fly. D. Amphibians are viviparous. Just write the letter only. Are you done? Tapos na? Okay, let's have number 9. Ostriches are classified as birds but cannot fly. Why? A. They have thick feathers. B. They have heavy weight. C. They are afraid of heights. Or letter D. They prefer to be on land. Anong dili man ka lupad ang ostrich? Write the letter only. Okay na? Okay, next. 10. Some animals were taken from their natural habitat by hunters or people and were being sold in pet shops. Which of these will you do in order to minimize these activities that endanger different species of animals? A. Help the hunter to find a pet shop to sell their catch. B. Report illegal activity to a forest ranger or authority. Letter C. Buy the animals being sold to be your pet. D. Take care of the animals for a while and then sold it. What's the answer? Write the letter only. Okay, finished? This time, please get your notebook and copy your answer in your notebook. Okay, again, don't forget to write Week 4 Assessment Science 6 or Science 6 Week 4 Assessment sa ababaw sa imong 1/4. And then, ang answer, i-kopya sa imong notebook. Para next week, before na to isugdan ng atong klase, we will answer first your assessment for Module 4. Do it now. Okay, reminder class, for week 4, quarter 2, science 6, ang ipasa nimo sa Friday is ang imuhang summative test, no, nga 1 up to 20, na naa sa 1/2 lengthwise. And at the same time, your performance task nga slide presentation or multimedia presentation, pwede nimo siya i-submit sa akuang FB, Messenger, or sa akuang email address. Pero kung wala kay mga resources, again, pwede ra nimo isulat ang imuhang discussion or imuhang insight sa atuang lesson sa short size bond paper. Imuha lang siyang i-stapler dire sa imuhang 1/2 lengthwise. Understood? And also, don't forget to pass also the 1/4 sheet of paper, the assessment. Mauni siya ang tulo nga imuhang ipasa karong Friday. Okay? So, i-stapler lang na nimo tanan para dili mawala. No? Okay, please get also your notebook and I will give you time to copy some important concepts for our lesson this week because next week class, we will have again our summative test. Ang ikaduha na tong summative test, parte lang sa vertebrate animals. So, imo ning kopyahon para nakakay kun-anan sa ato ang summative test na pod sunod semana. Is that clear? Okay, please get your notebook and copy these concepts found on your screen now. This is your pointer for our summative test next week. All about the vertebrate animals, no? The mammals, the fish, the reptiles, the amphibians, and the birds. So please copy this also in your notebook for your guidance. Do it now. Okay, kung gusto ninyo class, malantaw ang mga past na to nga videos, even ang present na to nga mga video lessons, kadto lang mo sa www.ss.info. This is our official website for Escalante Central Elementary School. Okay? Nadaray menu bar sa babaw, pwede nyo na maklik, no? Ang mga videos na to from kindergarten to grade 6. Okay? And also, please be reminded to please tune in to our Radyo Atraca every day for our radio-based instructions. And also, please do watch our TV-based instruction, channel IBC. Okay? But if you missed the episodes, you can watch it at YouTube. Okay? Subscribe DepEd TV on YouTube. Okay? To keep updated for all the video lessons of our TV-based instruction. Okay? If you have questions also, class, you can contact me during our offline and online kamustahan that is scheduled every Wednesday, 2:30 to 3:30 in the afternoon. Okay? So please do contact me on our scheduled dates and time. In case class na medyo magka-diferensya atong USB, di siya ma-play, ya di po ka-access atong website, sa YouTube channel nako, pwede nimo siya malantaw ang mga science video lessons. Okay? The past and present na to nga mga lessons, no? Naradatanan sa akong YouTube channel. Tutorial by Sir Raymond. If you want, you can subscribe to my channel para biskan di na nimo siya i-search, automatic na siya dayon sa imuhang YouTube na search engine, no? So please do subscribe my channel to keep updated on my video lessons. Okay, thank you so much class for participating and for listening. And that's all for this week, and I hope you have learned a lot. Okay, again, prepare for our second summative test next week. Okay? Have a blessed week ahead, class. See you next week. God bless you all. As always, stay home and stay safe.